Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a year-end review of our 7th grade year. It's been an interesting year to say the least. We have tried a lot of things, we have used some things, we have put some things away, and we ended our year completely different than how I thought we would, than what I set out for in my video that I posted a year ago. So let's just jump into this. First things first, going in no particular order. This isn't the correct guide, but I can't remember which one we did. So my daughter, we started something with Form 3. I don't know. Could have been biology. I don't know. Wasn't working out for us. She didn't like the book selections. I didn't like the book selections. She was getting bored. And just it wasn't going in. We were finding books that were more enjoyable on our own versus following what the guide's recommendations were. So we skipped that. I didn't know what to go to. I don't want to do Marine Builders. We've tried that before. That's drinking through the fire hose. I don't want to do Apologia. That is a year-long study of the same topic and subject. Had no interest in that. We didn't want to do Good and the Beautiful units again. They were just, they're too far below what her needs are. But we really did like the idea behind this of going with 3 different topics, 3 different subjects in any given year. So basically unit studies, but not unit studies. And so I took it to the internet and I did some research somewhere between September and October, and I landed on this. And this has been an amazing experience. I was completely blown away. My daughter absolutely loved this course. She was doing it even when I told her, you don't have to do this, we're taking the day off, or we're taking the week off, and she would read it just for the fun of it. She loved it, and she loved it so much that she wanted to do another level of this. She wants to do all of their sciences. I think I have finally found her perfect fit, and this has 3 different units. Is that coming in backwards? Can you see that? Is this filming backwards? I don't know. This might be filming backwards today. It looks like it. I can't tell. But we have the world of plants, the human body, and the world of animals. So she got to do all of the anatomy that she loves. She got to do the animal sciences that she loved. And what we did with this, we did it a little bit differently. I had her read, and then I had her do narrations, written narrations, and then she had to diagram anything that I said that she needed to that was in the reading. But it also has the most amazing special features with Leonardo da Vinci and the development of babies in the mother's womb in that most sacred tabernacle of a woman's body. And it's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love Master Book's emphasis on pro-life, on pro-babies, pro-family. I adore it. I adore it. And I will give you Protestants props that Catholics are lagging behind. Your pro-life materials are far and away much better than anything we have to offer in our homeschool curriculum. But I'm trying to find something that she would have diagrammed. So if I can't, I'll just close this book. But see, like this. I would have her diagram these 2 things in her journal, and she would find the blue and the green sections. Sometimes she would really be interested in the dissections or the experiments that they would do, and she would do them. Other times she wouldn't be that interested and we would skip it. But it worked out because we combined the best elements of Sabbath Mood with Master Books, and it was a very seamless, perfect fit for us, for her. I'm going to do it again. Because she is science-minded and she loves studying and she loves reading, my little bookworm, she did more science on top of that. She did fossils, archaeology, most of this book, and geology. She did the same thing, written and oral narration. She did all the diagramming. And this particular series is done, let's see, it's probably better suited to this. They're color-coded, not every book is. But the archaeology book and several of their other books are color-coded so that you can read at different levels. And she followed the high school reading level. So she is I think, one book away from actually earning a high school credit. So if we get her to read the next book, she has a high school credit under her belt, and we're good with that. She really liked those. Again, young earth science, something that you don't find in the Catholic realm very often. And yes, I do like that. I guess that makes me a blubbering dunderhead and someone that doesn't believe in science, but that's okay. She read this book. She enjoyed it. She loved it. It was fun. This was a recommendation from Simply Charlotte Mason. She did it. It was It was more enjoyable than some of the other books that we could have chosen, but she has discovered she does not like Latin. She doesn't mind Latin in the context of medical terminology, human anatomy, science, but she has no desire to learn ecclesiastical or classical Latin anywhere in the future. Keep this rolling. She completed this. Is this level 3? And so this is a Catholic version of Story of the World, if you're familiar with that. However, this has a lot less detail than Story of the World, but this is from a Catholic perspective. It is written by a traditional Latin Mass Catholic, and so far we've enjoyed it. We're kind of looking at something different here. Catechism this year was a 1940s reprint. Love this priest. He has a lot of great stuff. Pretty thick. She loved it. It's literary. It's catechism in story form with morals. And then let's see here. I really think this is filming backwards and I don't know why. Oh, I just figured out why. Okay, well, sorry. Today you're gonna have to read everything backwards. Art 7 for Catholics. And basically it is going through famous works of art. It's detailing what's going on, what the perspectives are, the painting styles, the year, the artists. And so, didn't want to do the Simply Charlotte Mason thing. She actually liked that book, so took that off of me and I didn't have to worry about it. She liked this one. Now, because this is coming up backwards, it's called The Storyteller's Handbook. And what this is it's literally just blank pages. Well, it's not blank pages, but it's wordless pages. And I was having her go through page by page and doing free writing. And she had weeks where she was obsessed with writing her story in poetry form, and weeks where she was writing short stories, long stories. Didn't matter. So you get the idea. And that was technically her composition for this year, because what we started out with, no, wasn't working for me. Was not working for me for this year. I said, no, we're done. And she actually liked it. We started this, she finished it, and we were gonna do at least 2 more. No, we got bored with it. We've been doing these sorts of books since they were tiny. And this is Oceania, so it goes through New Zealand, Australia, French Polynesian. I think Japan's in there. Maybe not. No, not Japan, Philippines. Is it? I don't know. Something's in there. Obviously, I could use some geography. We started this, did not finish it. We did not get very far. That is Simply Charlotte Mason's Practical Geometry Part 1. I thought maybe it'd be good for her to have a little bit of exposure to geometry. However, I quickly discovered that between Apologia, The Good and the Beautiful, and there was one more, Life of Fred, she actually got all of this covered. So there was no point of it. So not too bad for Apologia when everybody says it's behind. Math, we struggled this year. She went through a regression this year. She regressed completely in all subjects, in her writing, in her reading abilities, in her grammar, in her math. Everything tanked for a little while. And so I was giving her resources that we had here at home just to kind of cover the gap. Let me see here. So She did Life of Fred book 1, pre-algebra. She did it out loud with her dad for a while. She did some review problems from The Good and the Beautiful. We had an extra book downstairs. I wasn't going to buy anything for her to use just because I wanted to give her time to make it through that time period, and she did. She did. By this spring, not only did she get back to where she was beforehand, she accelerated and blew past, and now she's working, as I smack myself, she's working in Algebra 1 Denison. Love his stuff. She's loving it. She's having fun. And so we will continue this, and then she'll probably get into geometry Christmas, give or take, depending on how relaxed I let her schedule flow with this. Let's see here. She did a couple poet studies this year. Nothing fancy. I love these books. As you can see, I got it from the Goodwill, and I think I even got it 50% off there. And Emily Dickinson. I'm sorry, this is backwards. And our last one would be Using Language Well, the new one. She has always had an issue with grammar, and I've discovered this year it's not because she can't do the grammar, she just doesn't want to do the grammar. So she didn't really need book 3 because she kind of breezed through that, and I've realized that all of her hemming and hawing was just hemming and hawing and not because she'd had an actual need. So we've moved out of that and tried a couple of their new levels. It's pretty good. I prefer the old books just because the legacy books, because if you have a child that's at different levels, if their spelling is here but their grammar somewhere else, you can pick and choose based on that where you want your child to go. Whereas with the all-in-one, you're stuck with all of your grammar, all of your spelling, everything is on one level. That tends to not work well for me. As I said, this doesn't include all the books that she read. We've maxed out the library cards more times than I can count. It's been a crazy year. Come March, or this past March, so let's see, we are mid-May, May 20th now for the date of this filming. And we've done pretty much unschooling since the week before Easter. And that's how it's gone, with the exception of Denison Math. It's been do whatever you want, find books, read as much as you want, and get outside, get active, go hiking, go find something to do, and learn something on your own. I've just had one of those years where what we've been doing the last few years just isn't working for me, and I think I've deschooled enough. I needed some deschooling this year to get me back to where I want to be, to get my children back to where they want to be. And so they're both of my kids' big thing right now is booking a movie. So they are studying, they're reading the books, and then we are finding the vintage movies to go with it. Sometimes there are multiple movies for the same book, and depending on when their release date is if they're appropriate or not for our children. So we are even letting them watch the 2 or 3 movies and comparing the movies and then comparing that to the book, and they're enjoying that. And that's how we're gonna spend the rest of our quote-unquote time. We are technically summer vacation. We are not. I don't know. I haven't done this unschooling thing in years, but whatever it is, it's nice. And that's all I got for level 7. If you've got any questions, I'm here. Feel free to go back to look at what I signed us up for at the beginning of the year. Doesn't look anything like it. It's just been one of those things, and I will see you later.